everyone, welcome back to my channel Gabbabetic and welcome to the first video of 2025. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. I'm really excited to film this and for you to watch it because the next few videos that you're going to see for the start of 2025 are just going to be so good. Wait until you see the ones coming up. I'm also going to be trying some different things in these videos for 2025 because I actually have a GoPro now. You'll be seeing lots of different types of video footage, videos from different angles and just new things for 2025, so I think you're really going to enjoy that. As you can see from the title of the video, I've basically been to the North Pole. I've been like as far north in Europe as I think you could possibly go without actually being in the North Pole, and I want to share all of those videos and everything about that with you guys. So that's why we're starting with this video of all of the diabetes stuff, some gluten-free stuff, some normal packing too, and just everything to get prepared for basically bringing myself to Norway for 2 weeks. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're type 1, you're going to relate so much to how much prep there is involved, and celiac as well, and just in general being a person trying to get ready for holiday. So hope you enjoy. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get packing. All right guys, the first thing is to get the diabetes stuff ready. There's so much, and there's even more involved when you have an insulin pump than on MDI. That's what I find anyway. So I'm going to show you the current state of the diabetes press. As you can see, it's looking like a mess. I've talked about this press in my other videos. That's where I keep all of my supplies. How things work for me in Ireland is I get 2 month supplies at a time, but we are running out because my last order was in September 2024, and by the way, I'm filming this in November 2024. I was running out of supplies like really quick, and I needed a lot to bring with me on holidays because I needed my normal stuff plus my backups. So to order stuff here, basically I just had a look in there, see what I needed, kind of knew already, and I ordered a little bit extra, and then I gave the pharmacist a call. So here's me on the phone to them putting in my order. I was so upset because it wasn't my usual pharmacist, so that kind of gave me a bit of anxiety. I already had really bad anxiety before this, getting ready, to be honest.
24 litre glucose shots.
Yeah.
6 the rapid insulin vials.
Yeah, and to top all of that off, my prescription was out from the doctors, so I had to ring the doctor to renew that, to send it to the pharmacy, and I thought I was gonna go insane. But anyway, I got it done. It's been a few days, diabetes stuff is ordered. Let's go to the pharmacy and pick it up. I'm so stressed, I'm not gonna lie. So rang the pharmacy yesterday to check was everything ready. Everything was ready, bar batteries. Batteries I can live with if they're not there. So I'm in the car, got my stash of the glucose. Let's go get the stuff in the pharmacy. I hope it's all there. Okay guys, we got the stuff. I'm literally so stressed. So everything was there, bar batteries, which I didn't get, but then there was a big load of, oh my stuff's all falling over. There's a big hype because they had only given me 1 box of sensors, and that's just not going to work. 5 sensors is just not going to work for 2 months. That's just not going to happen. So I have this stuff anyway, minus batteries, but they said batteries might come later today. To be honest, I might just buy them in the shop. Like, it's kind of a luxury to me to get batteries for free anyway for the pump, so if they don't arrive, I'll just buy them. Now that the goods are secured in my house, I actually have them. It's time to go and start packing them so we can prep to go to the coldest place on earth. I want to spend a moment and talk about this lovely box that I got. This is my holiday loan pump. I'm going to do a whole video about how I managed to get a spare pump to bring with me on holidays. You don't know what's going to happen on holidays, your pump may break. So the fact that I have to fly and it's going to be ice cold is very nerve-wracking. So I was very grateful to get this holiday pump. I'm going to have a whole video on that, so don't worry. If you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments down below and I will do a whole video on that. Hello everyone and welcome to packing. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff. If you saw the state of the room, which you probably will because I'm going to turn on the GoPro. This is my GoPro, so that's why it looks a bit weird. I'm going to be filming like my POV when I pack. So there's so much to do. Let's get started. I've just gotten all my diabetes stuff for the next 2 months from the pharmacy, so that's what I'm bringing on holiday with me. I need to think of backups on backups on backups, and just as much quantities as I need for a 2-week holiday to the North Pole, to Norway. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get packing. So I do have a list that I've been trying to stick to. Insulin is highlighted because we're not going to bring that. We'll come back to the first 2. So as I get stuff, I'm just going to put them into here. The main thing is about knowing how much stuff to bring. So it's going to be kind of like figuring it out for a bit. So I am going for basically 2 weeks. So I have to think of that. I'm going to start with the Guardian 4 sensors. Obviously I have new stuff, but I'm just going to try to use up the old stuff first because that makes the most sense. Okay, there is 5 sensors in this box. To be honest, for the sensors, I think, and have the oval tape, gotta make sure I have that. I think that I'm going to just take a whole box and leave it in the box because I think the sensors, I think that will just work better. So we'll have 5 Guardian sensors to bring with us. That should be more than enough. Obviously, the other thing is you literally cannot put on the Medtronic sensor without having these 2 with you. I'm going to pack them now, but I will be changing the sensor on the day. I have the guide as well, that's going in the suitcase, but I also have to remember that once I take these out, I have to put them back in. And I hate the way they're just so loose, but it's the only way to charge up the transmitter with this and to actually get the sensor on. So they're just going to have to come with me loose like this. And I have to remember to put them back in after I change them on the day before we go travel. Okay guys, I'm just going to show you the actual insulin very quickly because we're going to obviously put this in the fridge until the day of travel. So 1 box of Nova Rapid as my bolus backup, and then I'm going to be bringing 1 box of Lantus as my basal backup. If you're new to the pump or if you're on MDI, basically I have to bring these in case anything happens to the pump. Now luckily I do have a spare pump as well, so I do have plenty of options if things start to go wrong. But obviously we're not going to pack these today because I'm not going today. I'll be putting post-its on the fridge and I'll be bringing these on the day of travel. I think a vial has about 1,000, yeah, it does say here 1,000 units of insulin is in 1 vial. So this is all of the insulin that I'm going to be bringing. I don't know yet if I'm going to bring 6 full vials of insulin for 2 weeks. Like, I'm trying to think, maybe I use about a vial a week. So I should really bring 2 plus backups, so maybe 4 vials is what I'm going to do. You'll see that in the vlogs what I end up deciding, but this is all of the insulin and that is obviously the most important thing. So I'll be setting post-its all over my house. I have a list obviously of things to pack and this is top of the list, but for now they're going back into the fridge. Okay, let's talk pump stuff. So I'm gonna bring a whole box of the infusion sets. So in a box, I think there's 10, I'll just double check. There's 10 in a box. So if I'm going for 2 weeks, so 14 days, I'm gonna change it every 3 days, 3, 6, 9, 12. So I should have, yeah, double what I need. So I'm gonna bring a whole box of the infusion sets. I bring a whole box of the reservoirs, so there's 10 of these as well. Like I said, these are what you use to actually put the insulin into the pump, so I should have enough in that. I might put in 1 or 2 more just to be safe, but I will change them on the day of travel as well. And then also what I'm going to put in is my 2 pump bands because I'm not sure how I'm going to be wearing my pump. I want to keep it as close as possible to my body to keep it warm, so I'm definitely going to bring the 2 bands. 1 goes around my waist and 1 is for my leg. Some of the other bits, so I think first what I'm going to pack is I'm just going to pack 1 box of needles in case I end up having to use my pen. I think that should be enough, so that should be plenty. Obviously I'm not hoping to use my pen, so 1 box of needles should be fine. I'm going to be bringing my monitor, so we're going to bring some test strips for that. And I did get a load of new ones, but I'm going to bring some older ones that I have. I'm just going to check the date of them because they should be fine. So the date on these, it's the AccuCheck mobile cassette, and oh yeah, the dates are like 2025. So I'm gonna I'll bring 4 boxes of them just in case something happens and I have to switch into manual mode. And I need to find my ketone monitor, so I have a whole box of ketone strips. Going to be bringing them. I think as well at the end of the day you can probably get these in a pharmacy if you really need them. So I'm packing ketone strips, Lift tablets. So I get these Lift bottles from the chemist. In here is a whole box of blackcurrant ones. To be honest, I'm just going to bring the whole thing because they're super heavy, but like I'll go through a lot. But because it's such a cold climate, I wanted to make sure that I have some tablets as well, because I don't know if like, is that going to freeze if I'm out in really cold conditions. So I did get some glucose tablets, but then I was looking in the second box of Lift and I guess they ran out because it's not full as you can see up here, but they did give me some tablets here too, these ones. So now I have a lot of different types of glucose shots. I think we're into the home stretch, so last few things on my list. So on the day I'll be double checking everything. So the AccuCheck monitor is what I use as my normal blood sugar monitor. I'll be bringing that on the day. I'm going to talk for a second about the sunflower lanyard. So I got this from people in my diabetes group. So what this lanyard actually does, it just means you have a hidden disability. So maybe people will be a bit nicer to you in the airport. So obviously I'll be going through airport security. So I've never done that before in a pump. Don't know how hard that's going to be. Letters. Let's talk letters for a second. I haven't really ever been questioned on, you know, being diabetic and traveling with obviously all of this stuff. But I do have letters to cover me. So this one is just about kind of traveling through the airport medical device awareness card. And then on the back of this, I have an electronic letter that says basically this person can't go through a full body scanner because they're wearing an insulin pump. I think I can go through the metal detector. I have to double check that, but I can't go through like anything exposed to x-ray. Basically the pump can't go through like the baggage scanner as well. And then the last letter I have is a letter, and it says, this is to certify that the patient named above is carrying insulin, pens, needles, etc., and that they need that as part of their diabetes management. So nobody should question me, hopefully. So I think it's very important just to have those things to cover yourself. What's left on here is the 3 things of insulin. Have everything else. Obviously I'll pack, I'm show you a few last things that I'm putting together now. So the last things are, I'm going to bring a box of Lift into my suitcase. I have the holiday pump, and then I'm charging up my ketone meter. So I'll just show you those things now. The holiday pump is so small, extra glucose that I'm going to put in my carry-on, or not my carry-on, my checked-in suitcase. And then I'm charging up my ketone meter, which is actually my old Freestyle Libre meter. So guys, I feel like there was a lot in terms of, just taking off the GoPro here, I feel like there was a lot in terms of diabetes packing, and obviously I'm still not 100% confident because I'm not going today. I still have to pack the insulin stuff. But like, I've made as much of a list as I can. I hope to God I haven't forgotten anything, because I don't know, what's the most important thing? Pump, spare pump, stuff in case I don't have my pump, insulin, and pump equipment. Like, I can buy glucose things, I can buy batteries, I can do that kind of thing. Hopefully I'll have no issues with the like scanners, but that is why I do have these letters, so that I have proof. So I'm doing everything that I can possibly do, so I hope that will really pay off for me. I'm packing a whole packet of batteries. These go in the pump, the AA. AAA goes into the transmitter here, but I just changed that, so I'm not going to bring one. And I can always get batteries if I need them. I'm going to pack these, but like, can these go and carry on? I feel like I have to put a question mark on my list. I'll put like a tick, but then I'll also put a question mark because I'm really not sure. That's the diabetes packing. What I'll give you now is a quick look at my overall just general warm clothing packing and my gluten-free food, and then we'll be almost getting ready to go. And honestly, I feel very stressed at the moment. I don't know if that's relaying across here, but I feel very stressed. I've forgotten something diabetes wise. I hope I haven't, but fingers crossed. For a few minutes, we have the diabetes stuff on this side. We're gonna literally just talk for 1 minute about gluten-free. I did a short for my diabetes, one of the diabetes awareness month videos. I think it was day 7. Go back and have a look on my channel if not. And I wanted to just get a few gluten-free bits for traveling, because it can be very hard when you're celiac to find stuff on the day of travel. I'm not worried for Norway, but I'm worried for the day of travel. And this is all I could find that was like something I could maybe have. So a few protein bars, a few crackers, rice cakes. I can make this super hot water, pretzels and biscuits. Biscuits are really for going low. And these like sweet rolls. But honestly, it's kind of sad. All of this stuff in Ireland, gluten-free, is so expensive. And all those few bits cost, I think, €32. And that is sad. But anyway, I'm hopefully, like, I'll be fine in Norway. I really think so. We'll be doing a whole video of the gluten-free in Norway for anyone who's interested. That'll be coming up, but these are just in case. I can literally find nothing because I have to go through about 3 airports, and I'm very skeptical. So it'll be a whole day of traveling, and I need something in case, just in case. So I think my favorite thing is probably these Shrek. I called them a Shrek. Oh my god, these Shrek bars and the custard creams. Custard creams, I'm probably gonna just use for hypos though. So diabetes, gluten-free. Remember, this is just my like carry-on, so it's purely medical. There's not really going to be anything else going in here. Maybe 1 or 2 things. Maybe it'll just my jacket. Finally, now that the diabetes is ready, the gluten-free is ready, it's time to actually get myself ready to go basically up to the coldest part in the world. So I did a lot of prep. I got a lot of like really, really warm stuff actually in the summer when they were selling it really cheap. I'll just show you now for a second. We're going to have a little look at the type of things that I'm bringing with me, and you'll see it all when we're there anyway, so you'll see plenty of these things. But I also got some new hats and new gloves and everything like that because I want to be really warm. And I'm gonna do a whole video, if you want me to, about how the pump survives in these cold conditions. Keep an eye out for that, because there's some tips and tricks as well with clothing to bring that will really work for that. But anyway, let me show you my packing. Okay guys, so I'm gonna put this aside for a second and just have a little chat about everything else in the suitcase. So going to be really cold, so anything of temperatures that I say in degrees is Celsius, so you can convert that into Fahrenheit. So obviously I have really warm clothes. So I'm going to Oslo and Tromsø. So Oslo I have more normal kind of lighter clothes, but it's still going to be a bit cold. And Tromsø I have like properly thermal gear, boots in there, really warm things, got even new warm pajamas, really kind of woolen heavy jumpers. Over this side is lots of hats. I might have overdone it on the hats and gloves, but sure, we'll see. I think I have 3 hats. So, and I really want to pack these earmuffs, but to be honest, I don't know if they're going to fit, so we might have to wear them on the plane. Just regular stuff, lots of like heavy jeans and stuff, and then the most important is the base layer, because it's going to be so cold. I think I have a lot of base layers. Everything you see in this pile is base layer, so I would definitely recommend getting lots of them. The Norway book, just the regular stuff. So, and gonna put that in now too, gonna pack it right in there, and then the GoPro stuff. So I think I'm nearly ready. If I can squeeze them in, I'll be happy. Yeah, that's my regular packing, so I'll just finish off this video now. This is all the prep to go to the North Pole, Tromsø in Norway, top of the world, see the Northern Lights, winter, everything, Christmas time, everything. Gonna be really cold. I don't know if I even mentioned before, which is when I'm filming this, don't know if I even mentioned the temperature is gonna be in the minuses. So that's why I'm so worried about the pump, having supplies and keeping warm. But I'm also so excited. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you're excited for the next videos of all of the trip, and any, you know, comments that you want to know, anything you want to know about. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like down below, and subscribe definitely if you're new to the channel, because these videos in 2025 are going to be so good, especially now that we can do some more fun things and we're going some really fun places to kick off 2025. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next few videos.